Hey everybody. I'm not going to tell you anything you don't already know, but the Democratic Party is an absolute joke at this point. They are such a disgrace. They seem to be more anti-American every single day, especially since Trump has been elected president. Today in the House, the GOP put forth the pro-enforcement resolution for ICE. They essentially wanted to force a vote to see how many Democrats are in favor of ICE protecting our border and how many are anti-ICE. We've all seen the rhetoric lately, abolish ICE, abolish ICE. That Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez ran on the platform of abolishing ICE. Protesters at the border all over the place calling to abolish ICE. So the GOP put forth this resolution to force a vote in the House. So basically, 133 Democrats abstained from voting. They just marked that they were present without saying they were in favor or against, no yay or nay. Because they know it's a losing issue it's a losing issue for them either way that they vote. If they vote in favor of ICE, they're going to piss off their far left radical base, which is basically, it seems, who are the loudest voices on the Democratic side these days are the radical leftists, the communists, the democratic socialists, which is just another word for a communist. And they know that if they vote for it, they're going to piss off their base. But if they vote against it, they're going to piss off the majority of Americans who actually want a secure border and a safe America. So basically, the Democrats are just out of control at this point. 226 Republicans voted in favor of it, while Democrats are saying things like, we have more important things to do. Yeah, their more important things to do are whine over all the winning that Donald Trump is doing. They want to repeal the tax cuts, because Nancy Pelosi thinks that they're just crumbs. They want to impeach 45. Impeach 45. This is what's more important to them. Calling Donald Trump a traitor for not basically reprimanded Putin on the world stage. Now, we don't know what was said behind closed doors. He could have told Putin, listen, enough is enough. But what did they expect him to do on the world stage? Smack him in the face? Yell at him in front of everybody? Is that going to help the situation at all? I don't think so. So these anti-American, open border Democrats, they essentially, by abstaining, they may as well have just voted against ICE because it's saying the same thing. It's an absolute disgrace. So this, they go ahead and give some stats of what ICE has done. This resolution was basically to say that they're happy with ICE, how they're working, what they're doing, getting the job done. And, so this year, if they abolish ICE, basically, which the Democrats want to do, they're going to open the borders literally to dangerous criminal aliens, MS-13 members, rapists, drug dealers, sex traffickers, all kinds of bad people that we don't need in this country. And never mind them, they're also just going to let in even the non-violent, the non-MS-13 gangbangers. Just by coming into the country illegally, the first thing you do to get here is to break our laws. That shows an utter disrespect for the country you're trying to come into. Now, if you break the law the very first time you come into our country, who says you're not going to continue to break the law? I mean, come on, seriously. We need borders. There's a reason for borders. Every country around the world has borders. So, criminal aliens arrested by ICE in the year 2017 were responsible for more than 76,000 dangerous drug offenses, 48,000 assault offenses, 11,000 weapon offenses. And we all know the Democrats are anti-guns, right? They want all this gun control. They essentially want to take away our gun rights. But they have no problem with 11,000 weapon offenses coming from, south of the border. 5,000 sexual assault offenses, 2,000 kidnap offenses, and 1,800 homicide offenses. ICE made 4,818 gang-related arrests just in the year 2017. We all know we have a major drug problem in this country, the opioids and all that. ICE seized more than 980,000 pounds of narcotics at the border in 2017, or just in general, not even at the border, but they do raids around places where there are illegal activity going on, other than just the border. They seized 2,370 pounds of fentanyl, almost 7,000 pounds of heroin last year alone, in 2017 alone. This is what the Democrats, what the liberals want to abolish. So they just want all of this drugs and violence and weapons and all this stuff just to flow across the border. Why? So they can pick up a few more votes, change the demographics, and have a stronghold on the country. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous what the Democrats are about these days. They are so, in my opinion, the Democrats have never been a good party. If you want to go back to the olden days, Jim Crow, the KKK, that's all the Democrats, right? You might have had a few good Democrats here and there, some blue dog Democrats, like some fiscally conservative Democrats, but the party itself in general never seemed to be a good thing. They brand themselves that way. They know they're good at marketing. They know how to. That's why they call them bleeding heart liberals. They know how to pull on them heartstrings. But they're just anti-American, especially nowadays. They're rabid anti-Americans. And then, we just had this Trump-Putin summit. And we all saw the meltdown. The Democrats, the left-wing media, the fake news corporate media, the liberal idiots on the ground, the leftists, the people who, low information voters, fake news getting low information voters who are just collectively losing their minds. I'm paraphrasing, but Trump said, "I'd rather risk politics for peace than risk peace for politics." In other words, why play political games and risk the possibility of war? The Democrats now, especially, even though Obama laughed when Mitt Romney called the Republicans our greatest threat. He said, "Oh, come on, the Cold War is over. They're not a threat." Now it seems like they're the biggest threat in the entire universe, according to the Democrats and fake news. So basically, Trump is trying to negotiate peace with the second largest holder of nuclear weapons in the entire world. Just like he's trying to broker peace with North Korea. But the Democrats, I've been aware of this already. I lived in LA for a while. I moved there after 9/11, roughly the following year, and I was there probably close to a decade. And while I was there, under George W. Bush, and, the Iraq, Afghanistan wars, there were anti-war marches all the time. It wasn't just the left. It was the left. It were libertarians, Ron Paul supporters. That's why I was there. And we marched against these ongoing, unnecessary wars. I felt like there was a march every weekend, either down Sunset Boulevard or in Santa Monica, and it was happening, all over the country, or at least bigger cities, New York, probably Seattle, places like that, San Francisco. So these anti-war marches were happening in different places around the nation until Obama got elected. Once Obama got elected, even though he continued the wars, and in some cases he grew the wars, the war marches just stopped. Just completely went away. Now, the libertarian types, the Ron Paul supporters, we were still holding events. They were 10, 20 times smaller once the left dropped out. But, we had our own little events. But the entire left-wing Democrats, liberals, nothing. They are only anti-war when a Republican is in office. Just like they're only pro-free speech when it benefits them. We can see everything that's going on with the Democrats now being absolutely anti-free speech because it hurts their feelings, or Nazis or something. And we all know if Hillary, thank God that didn't happen. If Hillary was elected president, we probably would have been involved in some major conflict by now, whether it be in the Middle East, maybe with Russia, the way things are going, the way the Democrats are so anti-peace talks with Putin, with Russia. And then you got these Hollywood idiots. These people are so dumb. They're just so dumb. They act like Trump is doing the war stuff when Trump is trying to broker peace between us and Russia. Their cognitive dissonance, it's mind-blowing. I don't understand the Democrats' minds at all. I just don't get these people. And if you just look at these headlines, San Francisco opens voting to illegal aliens can vote for state legislators and whatnot in San Francisco. Democrats bang the impeachment drum. Cop-killing terrorist touted as freedom fighter on CNN. Keith Ellison, the Muslim Democrat congressman, says borders are an injustice. These people are just out of control at this point. They are so anti-American. Listen, if there is a blue wave this November, that is going to kill America. It's going to be the start of killing America because they're going to try to impeach Trump. It won't happen. They won't be able to do it. There's no reason to. But they're going to make him lame duck president. And it may hurt his chances of being reelected in 2020. And let's say if he is reelected somehow, once the Democrats control the House, it's going to be another 4 years of just obstruction. And nothing's going to get done. I don't believe that there's going to be a blue wave. I can't see it, no matter how I look at it. Between the walkaway movement, #walkaway, and all these people on the left who actually still have some brain cells left and who are seeing the truth and starting to walk away. Just the insanity of the Democratic Party, of the fake news, the mainstream fake stream, legacy, corporate media meltdown, the violence, the intolerance of the left's base, Antifa, the radical, intersectional feminists, all these crazy nut jobs, smashing things. I would be flabbergasted and very upset at Republican voters, independent voters, right-wing voters, people that love America and that have common sense. I will be so upset if we let the Democrats take over the House. I mean, it will literally be the beginning of the end of this country. No joke about it. If Hillary Clinton would have won, that end would have already started. All the jobs that Trump has created, the GDP growing. Remember, Obama said those jobs are never coming back. The GDP will never grow again because they all had plans to have the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade bills. They would have sent all our jobs to third world countries. They would open the borders, abolish ICE, flood the nation with illegals who would bankrupt this country, bankrupt American taxpayers, and then they would go for the Second Amendment. And once they had the Second Amendment, then it's all over. Once they took away the guns, it's all over. America, do not let your country down in November. We have to make sure that, and let me, before I finish, we know that the GOP aren't perfect. There are so many rhinos, Republicans in name only, never Trumpers, neoconservatives who hate Donald Trump and hate America almost as much as the Democrats. But in order for them to keep their jobs, they do have to back Trump on a lot of things. And a lot of them have to back Trump just to get reelected. And I hate to use the term the lesser of two evils, but in this case, a rhino is better than a socialist. Do not let the country down, America. Please. We can't take the chance of having socialists who want to abolish ICE, open the borders, destroy the Constitution, literally, get control of the Congress and try to impeach Trump, even though there's nothing there and it won't happen. But they'll stall all the progress of Make America Great Again. And that would be a crying shame. And it would probably be the end of the United States as we know it. Well, that's all I have for now. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share this video if you think the information is important enough for somebody else to hear it. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel. I am trying to grow this channel. I want to get the word out. I want to communicate with you people, America, and share ideas, share stories, share news and important information. And I'm also working on a few t-shirt designs that hopefully if anybody feels like supporting my channel. I'm getting ready to make a big move. Right now I live in the communist New York City. I'm getting ready to move to the great state of Kentucky in a couple of months as soon as my lease is up here. And I want to build this channel, especially once I move. So I'm going to start putting out t-shirts and other means of ways that hopefully anybody interested enough to help this channel grow will buy a t-shirt, support the channel, and express some good free speech views on how we love America. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. Until the next time. Thanks for watching.